the effect. Hello, everyone. It's the afternoon. I already have a list up, and I didn't mean to because I'm bad at technology. Hey! Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Brad Chester. Introduce yourself, gentlemen.
I'm Brian Horton, the TO of the Salt City GT.
And I'm Brandon Valley, random hobo they found on the side of the street to do a stream with.
They're like, we need one more spot. How about this guy? We gave him a sandwich. We said, get in the car.
It wasn't even a good sandwich.
We're going to talk about lists today. A list from, specifically, the Salt City GT happening this weekend in Syracuse, New York. And to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure where Syracuse is on the map. I've just been there multiple times.
Just the middle of New York State. Nothing big.
How many people are attending the event?
1 billion people. I don't know.
That's a mighty fine question. In the greater area, probably near 1 million, but who the hell knows?
God damn it. Kyle immediately, if you don't win this GT, I'm getting a new father. I'm playing my BA. Well, you know what? We're going to talk about...
Kyle, looks like you need to get a new dad. I'm sorry, buddy.
Fine, I'm going to win with my team's list that I want practice with. Let's talk about right away. We got Chris Martins, and I want to start with this one because I feel like this is one of the scariest lists for me in the tournament. He's playing Ynnari. He's got, standard Ynnari-esque stuff. We got the Rain, Death Jester with Fate's Messenger, Farseer Skyrunner, some Lilith to go with some girls, and he's got the Vizark, and and then we've got 10-man Kabbalah unit, 10-man Witch for the Lilith to go in, a unit of Mandrakes to tell people to get the hell away from you, and then we get into all the stuff that just makes me scared playing a bunch of Marine bodies, which is 3 units of Scourges with Shoot and Scoot with Dark Lances, a unit of troops which all the characters go in that has Fights First in it, 2 Wraith Lords with Bright Lances, 2 D Cannons which shoot indirect and just annoy me, and then 2 Venoms with Splitter Cannons, which I'm assuming that he just breaks the Kabbalites into and splits them, which that's the only thing that can go in there. So it's 100% the 2 Kabbalites that get split 100%. Or they blow up. So this list it's just like any Eldar/Dark Eldar list in the fact of it can die to a stiff breeze. I mean, besides the Wraith Lords. But man, it puts out some damage, bro. Like, that troop unit's actually pretty goddamn scary, especially if you have to touch it, cough, cough, somebody that's playing melee. Because of the Fights First, because of the fact that they get 1 billion attacks, and they're going to guide it with the Farseer on bike, giving them the full reels on that.
So that unit was just on stream playing in Europe. So I'm watching the WTC top 8, I guess, right now for the single player event. And that event was being played by one of the Belgian players. Mm-hmm. It did some work. And you could bring guys back from the dead.
Yep. He gets D3. And it's just, you have to put this thing down. And it's, of course, got Harlequin saves on the troops. You have 4-ups, you know what I mean? So it's still 4-up life. But, man, it's
they
really
can feel the pain.
Yep. They can do some serious work with this, and it's never a super enjoyable time to get shot by a bunch of Bright Lances. And the actual, even though they raise the cost wildly on the D cannons, they're still just indirect D cannon weapons. It's just, that shit's scary, you know what I mean? I like this. This list is terrifying. So, you know what would have been super easier to play against into this? That Tyranid list that I talked about that you were going to make. You're like, hey, I'll just shoot these guys to death.
This list is going to be interesting. I've had Chris at several of my events over the years. Really solid player, did really well last year. Was one of the top 5, if I remember correctly. So he's got some legs to stand on, and he's a really solid, very tactical player. So you're going to get a good game out of him, no matter who you are.
Cal's just piling on me today. I may or may not have done that at Rocky Top, where I was winning a game by 1,000,000 and then just decided to figure out a game to lose, but it's okay. Let's go to list number 2, because it's got my favorite title of a list. Stefan Olivera, glorious melee combat with Gazgul Magrak Thraka and his humble orc boys. That makes me just happy. We've got Beast Boss, who's going with unit Beast Snagger Boys, Gazgul, 2 War Bosses and a Weird Boy. We've got 2 units of boys and a unit of Beast Snagger Boys. And we've got 3 trucks. So we've got places for all the characters to go. We got a 10-man unit of Flash Kits and a 5-man unit of Flash Kits. And this makes my heart sing with joy. All of the Flash Kits. The only thing that would make me happier there is if Dirty Bad Ruck was still a character that I could play and not just bring the model for. 2 units of Gretchen, 2 Mega Knobs that are basically ablative wounds for Gazgul, 2 10-man units of Knobs, and 2 units of Storm Boys, and a unit of Bikers to go do random secondaries, basically. Bikers know what they do. Go do containment, bros. Get out of here. This is a really strong list. It's very similar to what I'm playing right now. Has tons of tools. 10-man knob units hit super hard. He's got the war bosses with him. The boys are used for objectives and taking stuff. Again, OC2, so you got 20 OC on those bad boys. And then you've got he'll stick a weird boy unit with one of them, so he can jump around. He's also got the option for turn 5 secret mission if he needs to, jumping the unit of boys battle line unit into his opponent's deployment. This is solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's a good list. Stefan's been beaten close to coming in those top 10 spots in GTs for a little bit. Solid player, good guy all around. You'll have a fun game when you play against him. Should be a very interesting list to see on the tabletop.
I love it.
So,
I mean,
is it just me, or is this list a little light on battle line units?
No,
I don't think so.
I bring less.
You bring less?
Yeah, I don't even bring boys. I just bring 2 Beast Snaggers. My list is very similar to this, but I bring 2 units of Beast Snaggers and then the knobs. The boys just don't hit for shit unless you're bringing 1 billion of them. They obviously hit on the turn that Gazgul pops. Gazgul Makari has lethals off the in the wall.
If you remember it, yeah.
Yeah, true. Fuck me, man. You think I've like a year of orcs and I did it like 4 times. So you're just like, oh yeah, that'd have been good. So, but like, I don't run a lot of battle line in this. I run 2 units of Beast Snaggers. Beast Snaggers are fantastic. They just, with the Beast Boss, they're so good because they reroll all hits on monsters and vehicles, and then you're getting dev wounds off the Beast Boss on the charge. So he's anti-vehicle, anti-monster 4. So that dude's just reliably putting in shit. I would have rather saw 2 units of Beast Snagger Boys, and another Beast Boss possibly. I like the Weird Boy. I like the combo of the Weird Boy with the boys. I probably would have just done 1 unit of boys. I think he's trying to use that later game, you know what I mean, to do stuff, because you can bounce them around. You can also put them under neutral objective right away, depending on the mission. So, and Flash Kits are just good, you know what I mean? Flash Kits are disgusting with a damage 2 weapon, and their Overwatch is gross. So, he's got enough vehicles where he can play the shell game with them. So it's nice to be able to, once you get somebody out, you get somebody back in, and you kind of just ran them around. I do love 3 trucks quite a bit. That's what I run. I love that amount of vehicles. I think it's just perfect. It makes it so you can hide people and not have such a huge footprint. And you just need Gretchen. I mean, Gretchen just exists, you know what I mean? If you want to go full full Brad points, you got to throw some Zod in there, because then you have Zod, Ninja Pirate, Space Monkey, Kung Fu Master, King of the World, Squid throwing, styling profile, limousine riding, all of the things. It's true, where the bubble chuck is, the boom blast is now. The snozberries. So many snozberries. Continue on. Whose list is this? Goddamn Scott Ferguson, Death of Glory Man, playing the Sons of Sanguinius, which is going to look a lot similar to what I'm playing. You got a captain with jump pack, Lamarty's Sanguinary Priest. He's got 2 assault intercessors walking around that go into impulsors, and then he's got a rhino. He's got troop unit of assault intercessors with jump packs, a Death Company Marine walking unit that's going to go into that rhino, a unit of Death Company Marines with jump packs that's going to go with Lamarty's, and then he's got infiltrators and 2 scouts, and then he's got a 10-man unit of Vanguard vets that's going to join that Sanguinary Priest to give him the nice, tasty 5-up Final Pain. And they've got shields, and what the best part about this is, what are your Vanguard vets armed with? Who cares? Because they count as Vanguard veteran weapons. It doesn't matter if he's holding a missile launcher attached to a hammer, it's still a Vanguard veteran weapon. So.
And he also has a Calidus Assassin hiding in there.
Oh, jeez, I didn't even see the Calidus Assassin. He just joined the Vanguard vets. That's going to be a tough unit when you sneak out that Vanguard vet, Calidus Assassin. But,
Scott's continuously done good at a lot of events. He's an enjoyable player to play against most of the time. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with this list. It's a little different than the style I've seen him play recently, but good time.
Is there a reason for the 10-man unit in the Rhino? Why not 2 5-man units?
To be honest with you, I don't know on that. Because he's not joining any, he doesn't have any chaplains to join to them. So they are just banger units. And you don't really get anything. They get the +1 to wound from the chaplains. So, like, they still get full rerolls, you know what I mean? And fighting on death with a 5-man is still disgusting because they get killed. I really like the 5-man walkings because you get killed, you fight on death, you get sustained 2. It's pretty boss mod. For forever old Scoot. Old Scoot. It was fantastic. I can't even explain. Kyle met old Scoot at Rocky Top, and Rocky Top, I don't know, Mayhem, Cherokee, and old Scoot was being old Scoot. It was fantastic. He's like, I don't know who this dude is. He's not my favorite now. So let's see what we got here. Neil Burns Morales. Playing a little DE. Neil's awful little cadre of twinks. Evil twinks, apparently. Triple Archon, Nightmare Shroud, no Overwatch, with a Beastmaster, Drazar, and Lilith. And we've got 1 unit of Kabbalah Warriors, a unit of Witches for Lilith to go in, 2 Raiders, Quad Venom, a Court of the Archon, 1 Chronos, a 10-man Incubi, a 5-man Incubi, double Mandrake, triple Scourges. This is a nasty list. It's like he has... I think we should have more stuff. He did go heavy on characters, though.
It is very character heavy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of all. But, like, this has, like, a ton of firepower. The Kabbalites just put out so much dumb shit, you know what I mean? So he's going to have Lilith and the Witches in 1 Raider, and then a Drazar, and/or an Archon, and the unit of 10-man Incubi in the other. So the Court of the Archon is disgusting with lethal hits, Final Pains, you know what I mean? It's just a lot of bodies that are shooting a lot. You can come out of that.
Mm.
Sometimes you got to take a Tantalus with this. Which I've never done, but Crawley is loving on the Tantalus right now. So this list is legit.
Yeah, I like it.
Dark Eldar's legit. It can just play the game.
Scott, you're too late to the party, buddy. You got to show up right on time when it randomly pops up.
Man, we almost started with you, Scott. How dare you? show up so late. Talked about you. We even he even had Kyle talking about you with old scoots in the house. Show me the nids. We've got nids. We will. You know what? I hope Matt's actually here because I had Brian pick lists that we were going to show today, and I was like, there's two different sisters lists next to each other, and are we gonna have Matt O as one of those sisters? And he goes, fuck that guy, he can go rot in hell.
That's because he sent me his list in the middle of the night, like, oh yeah, here's my list.
I would never do something like that. I respect you too much.
Yeah, okay, I didn't have to. Yeah, okay.
So you got a yellow card, right? I feel like Brad needs a yellow card for that.
So I've always kind of do the same thing. I tell everybody that you have until midnight to submit your list. Then I give everybody a chance via an email and a message going, hey, get me your list before I unlock the lists, and we'll be all good. And 99% of the people got back to me. One of them was, and he is apparently in no internet zone, so we'll give him a pass.
So we got Matt's. I love the fact that it's called First Try. Candidates to Jump Pack. He's playing the Army of Faith. And I refuse to call this the Demon Fuge because it's Stern and Kaiganal on a buddy mission through space. Dialogith, Junith gets some CP. Morvenval, Celestine. Triumph because, yes.
Because it's ridiculous.
Yeah. The Sisters BSS. A Rhino. We got a 5-man unit of Sacrosanct. Double Exorcist. Man, that guy's a madman. Unit of Paragons for Morvenval to go with. 5-man unit of Seraphim. 5-man unit of Seraphim. 5-man unit. Oh, I was thinking he was actually going to bring a bigger unit. Apparently, St. Celestine's either running with a 5, or she's rocking itself. And then an Novitiate unit to get in the way at the beginning because they have shenanigans and can stop people from running into your face.
She's probably running by herself to take advantage of the 2 up 4 up to
Yeah, probably at that point in time. If you're not running a bigger unit to do some mojo with her, he's going to be using all of the miracle dice. Army of Faith just throws miracle dice at you.
Yep. It's a different Sisters list than what we've been seeing from Sisters by far. Matt has definitely always been a little off the beaten path of playing the absolute hotness. He doesn't have the Immolator Dominion stuff going.
I have to read this slowly, apparently. $2 supercharge probability. Go blue, go moo, and go to the art store in New York. I had to figure that out. My little tiny brain wasn't able to read that at first. Love everything about it. Thank you, brother. But I like this. Let's compare it to the other Matt. Sister list.
So this is going to be a battle of Mats.
It is a battle of Mats.
Definitely.
And it's Faith versus the Bringer of Flame. Morvenval and the Triumph. Canoness, Jump Pack. Canoness with Jump Pack. 2 Dialogists. Oh, looking to get his shenanigans here. 2 Dominion squads. I'm assuming we're going to have 2 Immolators here in a moment, but a big old Seraphim squad because of the fact that Seraphim go zoom, zoom, Ricky Bobby style, want to go fast in Bringers of Flame. And then we've got 2 Castigators, a Paragon suit for Morvenval to go with. The Paragon suits go, again, super fast when they can advance and shoot. Unit of 2 Penitent Engines and triple Immolator. Woo!
Hot. This is kind of the build of Sisters list we've been seeing doing very, very well. It's got a lot of punch. It's as I've been saying to you guys prior to us going live, I hope at Salt City you have a way to kill tanks.
Yeah, this has several of the vehicles. Immolator, Penitent Engine, Paragons, Double Castigator, and
so what's the reason behind having the Penitent Engines together?
I don't know. I was actually thinking about that. I would rather just have them as 2. There's no strats in Flame that you need them together.
Well, I guess it is 4 heavy flamers?
Yeah, I mean, it does
So
stuff.
maybe they could take advantage of the flame ability. I don't know.
I doubt you're going to use the flame
No,
strategy.
you're gonna use it on the 10-man Seraphim squad.
Yeah, I was just about to say, there's no way I'm using it on 2 penitent engines.
I agree with Zach. Any Taulis? Give me some Taulis.
Yeah, I was say Scott cookies. those are lies. Hey,
He's also bringing gummy bears too. Make sure you take handfuls of them at
don't
once.
believe the hype.
No, did that last year. It's a bad idea.
Let's see some Tau. Is there a Tau list worth mentioning so far?
I don't even know if there is Tau.
There's Gregory Hunters from Xenos Petting Zoo.
Those guys are everywhere.
Fine. You know what? We're gonna go to. Hold on. I'm gonna get you guys a Tau list just specifically because we asked for Tau. I do what the people ask. XBZ is everywhere. Savoir faire is everywhere. Okay, I'm just the title is fantastic. We've got a Monka list with double Cadre Fireblade, one with Exemplar of the Monka, another with the Street Cheek Conqueror. Ethereal, strike swiftly on him. I don't care about that. 2 Breacher units, 2 Devilfish for the Breacher units. A Ghost Keel, a Hammerhead, a unit of Carnivores, 1 Crute Rider, a Pathfinder unit, 2 Piranhas, 2 Riptides, a Sky Ray, and triple Stealth Suit. Snakes is going to be happy. Double Vespid Sting Wings.
That guy's about to be disappointed with them.
All right, Brandon. So let's get your take on this. Seeing you're one of the top Tau players in the world.
I mean, if only Solomon.
Vespid have like the worst ability because like every other unit where they have uppy downy, you take them off at the end of your opponent's turn, and then you put them on at the end of your movement phase. Their special rule is at the end of your movement phase, take them off the table. So there's an entire game turn where they're just not doing anything. I will say they are 65 points for you to be able to deep strike, and they're all 25mm bases, so you can do some shenanigans with, being behind enemy lines or trying to get engaged.
So, question from the gallery: are Ghost Keels still worth it?
I like Ghost Keels.
And I put what I said. Not in my opinion.
And
your stupid Ghost Keel. Get something that's awesome.
I kind of feel the same way. I think that they're good, but they're not good enough.
I mean, it depends on the mission, depends on the train.
Yep.
There's certain layouts, especially at WTC. There's certain layouts, even at the team tournament that we're going to, Brad, where I could justify having a Ghost Keel or 2.
You can justify all day long in your head, but you could have got more Sky Rays and Piranhas. The Ghost Keel is fine. It just, for 160, there's just so many good things in Tau. It's hard for me to justify those points. That's it. I mean, being lone op is cool, but being able to slap down infinite damage is cooler. So that's just how I feel about those. It's just, they're a perfectly fine model. They're probably well costed for what they are. They just don't do enough for me in that. You know what I mean? Between that, I would rather just have a unit of Pathfinders than something else. You know what I mean? So, Twin Turbo 326 Sync. That is a hell of a name. Dolphin super chat. He took none in his Cayenne. I love the fact that you gave a nothing super chat. Here's money. I didn't want to say anything. Are you telling us to shut up? Is this a backwards kind of thing?
I think he just wanted. I think he wanted you to read his name aloud. That's it. I guess he's a player. All right.
What's the?
I was just saying. There we go. I was saying, I need a name. It would have been way better is if I would have gone into BCP and he actually goes, "What's your name?" Twin Turbo 3 times.
All right. So on a note, Jade is one of my locals. He plays at the store frequently. This is his second big GT that he's gone to.
Well, he has the best team name. He should win just because of a team name. Silly Pandas.
Silly Pandas. Who needs Shadow Sun when you have Dark Strider? Oh, well played. Commander Cold Star, Dark Strider. We got double breachers with the fish to make them a breacher fish. Unit of broadside. Oh, this is double broadside, a fire knife unit, but they have plasma. Brandon loves plasma. I like missiles. Hammerhead, Pathfinder unit, double piranha, triple riptide, and triple stealth. And just because Brandon loves them, we're definitely bringing.
That is one of those units who need a new entry, and I think they're going to be getting a new one sooner or later. I would love to see a new Vespid kill team with updated rules.
I would rather always have Sky Rays than hammers, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion on that. It's a bigger mojo. Brandon likes plasmas way more than I do. I like the ability to just sit back. I do love the rerolls. The full rerolls without being anything is a big deal. But I just like the range on the missiles. We can talk about that all day. We disagree with that. I would make the broadsides just two separates, individuals walking around. They're just really annoying for your opponent to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Big Bang. You did bring heavy rail rifles. Yes, thank you. Double Talinar. Yeah. You know what? We'll just drop a piranha and just throw in a Talinar. I think it's an even swap.
Perfect.
So we get the commander joining. I'd like to see missiles on that. I'm just not a huge fan of the hammerheads. There's nothing wrong with the hammerheads. The hammerheads, I prefer Sky Rays. You save a couple points, and you get big.
They
bang.
do so much work.
Yeah, I mean,
they're great at guiding, having full rerolls with
the twin.
Get you to the fly keyword,
and they get full rerolls and they shoot the fly keyword, and they also have twin linked weapons, which basically can make the entire vehicle rerolling everything. It's huge. So I like those quite a bit. To be honest with you, I probably put in 2 Sky Rays. I'd probably go double Riptide and get myself. I'd go trip Sky Ray.
That sounds like my list.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that we keep taking up the teams. You know what I mean?
Sky Rays do work. I'm not entirely sure why a lot of players aren't. They're preferring hammerheads over Sky Rays. Just there's too many things with the vulnerable saves, and on a 50-50 shot trying to get a 4-up if you don't roll a 6 to wound.
And the thing is,
it just bounces too much.
And if you bring the Ion, I would just rather have the
I'd rather have
secret missile
Ion. I'd rather have the Ion cans.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is you just have double exploding 6s when you're shooting secret missiles. It's just bananas. Or just single explosions. I mean, I don't know. Let's say, for instance, I don't know, somebody charged you with, I don't know, let's just make up some hypothetical thing. A Dread Knight who's moved up so he's got fly. So you overwatch him with missiles, and you get full rerolls, and you get exploding 6s, and you kill him on Overwatch.
This is a hypothetical that could happen.
Lyle Dixon with $2 super chat. Where are all my Retcad bros at this tourney? I have no idea, but Lyle has been obsessed lately with making Retaliation Cadre work, and it's just not as cool as Kai Young, bro. Sorry, but the Cool Kids Club is all Kayan right now. Yeah, we're Retcad. Retcad is fun, though. I mean, Fire and Fade still exists, so that always makes me want to look at Retcad. So, because Fire and Fade is gross, especially with guys that move super fast. All right.
Zach, to answer your question, Flavor Price suits do have play. I think they have play in the Retaliation Cadre. And even though Brad is poo-pooing plasma suits, I'm actually using the burst cannon suits to great effect. The 3 star sights with all burst cannons and gun drones, plus a commander attached. It pumps out 49 shots if you take an Enforcer, 53 shots if you take a Cold Star, and it just picks up units. Like I
agree.
I could call a unit of 10 Hellblasters and Azrael like that.
I like those guys. I like anybody that has a volume of shots or a distance of shots. I think the plasma. My problem with plasma is it shows up at not super awesome range and not enough shots. That's it. That's the only reason I don't like it. They used to be the go-to. You know what I mean? I just don't think that they have enough You know what I mean? I would rather have for that cost a shooting a
If they were
zillion
if they were 24-inch range, I'd like them a lot more. But I think he's taking that plasma unit to deal with custodes, to deal with blood angels, to deal with other Terminator equivalent armies.
just make them make
And
3-ups, dude. I'm still and shooting at 30 inches just keeps you shooting for most of the game. You know what I mean? You can just peek out and put a volume in. You're going to be guided, so you're not letting him have a cover save. So it's all a thing. Uh-oh. Lyle coming in with the $5 super chat. I played Kion since the book drop. Red Cat is more fun. I know it's worse, but it's way more fun. Still has all the twos to play competitively. 100% it can play competitively. I think that everything's competitive in town, to be perfectly honest. To be fair. So, but they did a good job on that book. So the plasma versus missiles, I'd rather have missiles. I'd rather be in the pool or be out of the pool. You know what I mean? Don't put a toe in. That's what I feel like plasma's doing. You're just close enough for people to punch you in the face, and you're not putting down like the Star Size do, just a dumb amount of shots to pick up whatever the hell kind of things are in front of you. I just want more. And missiles have more too. You know what I mean? When you're, especially if you're playing Kaya, I just want to roll more dice to give myself more chances at exploding sixes. It's just such a big deal.
And that's why Shadow Sun's essential in that list too.
It's,
Just re-rolling ones makes up more than it. There's been more conversions where one goes into a 6 for me than one going into a 1. Like I rather just have the opportunity and potential to skew the results with re-rolls wherever possible.
you should use miracle dice.
Ooh, well, I also own Sisters, so maybe one of these days I'll play Sisters.
All right, so Brad, let me have you pull up a list that we didn't talk about, and the reason I want to have you pull this up is it's one of my locals this is going to be his second GT ever.
Okay.
It'll be truthfully his second tournament ever. So the guy's name's Eric Brewer, playing Ultramarines.
Eric Brewer, 13th Legion. I've never even heard of those guys. I actually have I was drinking out of the 13th Legion glass just earlier.
Nice.
Ultramarines, Gladius Task Force, Biologus, Marnius Calgar, Uriel Ventress.
That'd be great if that was the one that was on screen.
What?
There it is.
Oh.
No, it wasn't popping up on my screen.
Oh.
Go
ahead. Unit of Assault Intercessors, an Impulsor, unit of Aggressors to go with that Biologus, and probably with Marnius Calgar, to be honest with you. A unit of Eradicators, just a 3-man, 1 Lancer, 2 3-man units of Inceptors, a unit of Infiltrators, 2 units of Infiltrators, screw you drops, Predator Annihilator, a Prosa Executioner, a Scout Scout, a Scout Scout, a Scout Scout, 3 Scout Squads. I don't hate this, man. Marines just need more shit, to be honest with you. Double Infiltrator is really nice against the amount of uppy downy armies there are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Inceptors are fantastic, but Inceptors for 130 just feel rough because of the fact that most of the time you're not looking to do a lot of damage with them. You're looking to score with them. And a 130-point scoring piece feels rough. I don't know. I don't have any money, Corey, so I'll talk about that later. So it's a Lancer's cool. I would rather see more squads and more into any one thing, because we have like a weird range problem here. Uriel can uppy downy, or not uppy downy, but he can make something strike. I wouldn't mind just seeing this Lancer turn into a 6-man Eradicator and something else.
Now, of course, this list, the reason I had you pull it up, this is what I built off what he had painted. It was what I could come up with out of his painted list, and I agree with you that I would love to have something over that Lancer. That was the thing where I was just like, there wasn't enough else to put in there at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Anytime you're making something out of your painted stuff, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think the Predator Annihilator is underrated, dude. That thing's so cheap
100%.
for having triple ass cannons, you know what I mean? And of course the obligatory hunter killer. So I like that quite a bit. Repulsor Executioner, that thing's just stupidly shoots a lot. And it's also toughness a lot. So it'll do fine with this. Having a good amount of trash, having the 2 units of infiltrators is a huge deal because it just tells people to go away from your home objective and the neutral zone objective.
I agree.
Do you think it's needed though?
Say again.
I think one unit of infiltrators would be plenty.
It depends on the thing. He's just saying he's going to his second tournament. For somebody that's starting, 2 infiltrator units. If you're newer to the game or newer to tournaments, I think the 2 infiltrators is a must-have because it stops stuff from happening to you. 3-inch deep strikes.
Mm-hmm.
You can box out your backfield very, very easily. It gives you just insurance, basically. Is it a little expensive on that? Yes, but it'll make you have a better time in your games because you just know that some weird shit's not happening to you. And you start them because they forward deploy. So you basically put 1 on your home objective, and then you put 1 behind whatever terrains in the top left, and it means that people aren't deep striking, on 1 and shit like that because they pick some stuff because you went first, and then they pick something up, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big thing.
And the ability to deep strike in that Calgar bomb or rapid ingress in that Calgar bomb.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just your Adventurous makes that kind of stuff work because he can just show up wherever. And Calgar is just a badass. The fact that he comes with the 2 Vitrix guards is a huge deal because you get those 2 4-ups. You know what I mean? So it's a big deal. Bring 30 infiltrators, still be a coward. He's going to be fine with this. Like I said, the Lancer's so swingy for me. I know it gets its rerolls and stuff, but it just doesn't do enough for me when it could be something else. But obviously, you're working with stuff that was painted. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But he'll be fine. Literally, he'll be fine. The Calgar bomb is fantastic with the biologists attached. Those dudes wreck. I mean, it's a bunch of twinly power fists. You know what I mean? Which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys will fuck you up. So he's got
and it shoots a lot.
Yep.
I mean, it gets up to AP2 potentially.
Well, it shoots with lethal, so is the biggest deal too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you put a volume in. Things like the Executioner has good volume of fire. I like the 3 scouts quite a bit because of the fact that it just lets you score points. You know what I mean?
And you like murdering teenagers.
Fuck you. God damn, but John started that bullshit. Bastards. It's so true, though, but I mean, it is what it is.
All right, so we are off to our next list.
Hold on. We already did the Bringers of Flame. Oh, we got to deal with Robot Go Punch.
So 3 maths.
Oh my God, there's so many. Dude, the Syracuse has conquered the war of the mats. There's so many of them. Belisarius Call, Data Smith, Tech Priest Engine Seer, two techno archaeologists, because yes, they box out 12 inches on deep strike. Same reason we brought 2 infiltrators in that other list. So we've got a unit of Rangers and 2 units of Vanguard. We got 2 3-man Ballistar units with las cannons. Pew 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 pew. Man, he's got a giant unit of robots. I love everything about this. I no longer care what else is going on. This fucking enormous unit of robots just made me fantastically happy. A unit of sterilizers, unit of infiltrators, and 2 3-man Dragoon units. This is giving up 700,000 for Bring It Down.
Oh yeah. How much do you bring it down? A lot. All right,
Is it though? I don't think it is. Not nearly as many as it used to be.
612 a million with the robots.
Well, how many wounds do the Dragoons have?
The 3-man units give up 6 points. It's 2-2-2.
No, it's not. They changed it.
It is. They have 21 wounds. It's 6 points.
Rough.
So if you bring 2s, you give up 2 points. If you give up 3s, you give up 6 points. So
probably not worth having that third guy then.
Yes. So again, 6, 12, 24, and then the robots give up 6. He gives up like 40. So
Perfect.
it's enough. How about that? It's I would love to see a 10-man unit of flamers. I love that when I don't bring my orcs, people don't bring flamers, and when I bring my orcs, everybody's ready to set me on fire. God damn it. Stop burning the orcs down. They just want to give you hugs.
People are moving to blood angels instead of orcs. That's why.
I want this list to crush. Robots with fists make me so goddamn happy.
Just like he's just I'm gonna punch you.
Oh.
I'm not beating around the bush. I'm just gonna punch you.
They also don't fuck around. That strength like 1,000,000 attacks. I love this. I'm gonna throw the game if I play him. I'd like to see more Vanguard. Vanguard are terrifying. The -1 OC is just nuts. You're basically like, hey man, remember when you had the objective? And it's gone. Just like a magic trick. So, Mike, you might send an email to every person that's already that you attend. Tell you what you play.
Perfect.
I knew it. I knew it all fucking long. All right, what do we got here? Fuck this. You know what? I'm going to the super chat first. Thank you, Craig Hunter, coming in. Don't hate on the Ghost Keel brand. XBZ for life. Fuck that Ghost Keel.
All right, so then we're gonna move on to one of the lists that I found terrifying as a player.
I hate
And-
playing Thousand Suns with a passion of I hate playing Thousand Suns with a passion of 1,000 Suns. Boom, count it. Fuck these. I just hate these guys. Playing
Just wait till they get a codex and there's even more shenanigans.
Oh my god. Araman on a disc, Inferno Master, Magnus the Red, Demon Prince, Zangor Shaman. 2 units of rubric, so they a 10-man, 9-man, a 10-man and a 5-man. It would be thematic if they were 9-mans, by the way. Trip Vortex Beast. This has a huge dick. And 2 forge feet. Holy shit. All right, he just went, who needs shenanigans when I can just punch you in the face repeatedly with big old shit?
I'd rather play against this version against almost every other version of Thousand Suns I've
Yes,
seen.
because there's more. This is just easier to play against because they don't have as much bullshit. But it's not exactly super easy to kill Vortex Beast, by the way. I don't know if you played against them.
I have actually.
Exactly, not enough wizards. You know what? It's plenty of wizards because I'm not playing it. And the more wizards you have, the more goddamn annoying it is to play against. Fuck, I hate playing against those. When you're just trying to figure out what happened, you have how many Cabal points? What happened? Vortex Beasts they will fuck you up. You know what I mean? And Forge Fiends still should. So, and Magnus is still Magnus. Also, you should use one of the other powers besides -1 to wound if you play against me, or -1 damage. That is definitely not what you should take. Hello, Father. I'm just going straight today. Also, you know what I'm doing? Grenade packs. I'd say I tank shock, but I don't even have a vehicle. Well, we'll see that in a minute. My list is last. Vets, though. Joseph Salt. Playing a little Deathwatch. Black Spear Task Force.
Rest in peace, guys. Rest in peace.
He is one of the best Deathwatch players in the world, according to ITC rankings.
Also, according to our hearts.
Yes.
Because they no longer exist. We got a captain, Judge Judy, lieutenant with combine weapon, Watchmaster, because yes, full rerolls for cheap is fantastic. The best out of 3. Trip unit of Deathwatch veterans. These guys are actually really cool, by the way. What's he got? He's got a full squad of 10 and 2 5-ers. Unit intercessors. Double all soul intercessor with jump packs, 3-mana eradicator, double 3-mana eradicator, repulsor, double, whoa, hold the phone, kids. Triple repulsor executioner, because not one, not two, but 3 repulsor executioners coming in at you.
I don't think he has enough. I think he needs another one.
Dude, that, depending on what day we play, whew, some of the days are a little more open than others, and no one wants to see triple repulsor executioner up in your face. Blah.
So Joe's in chat right now, so it's nice to see that he's on the.
Nice.
That he's there to see his list on the stream, which is great.
Fuck me.
Joe typically at our RTTs always changes his team name to be something to do with me, so it's always quite entertaining. So.
Oh man. Screw triple repulsor executioner. You know what? Not only is it scary, but it's also takes a goddamn hour for your shooting phase, because every single weapon is a different strength and AP, so you have to roll them all separately. This is terrible. And then of course Calidus. Whew. That's a lot of pew pew.
Brad, if you draw that on day 2, sitting on table on one of the 2
yeah,
Dawn
go fuck yourself on the 2 Dawn of War. No, thank you. I've cleared a spot for you on the objective, kind sir.
Would you like to walk out here in the open?
Hey, it'd be a shame if somebody had a ghost keel.
Yeah, except for the fact that it's I would just get within the range of it and go, and you're done.
There's zero chance one of those repulsor executioners getting that close.
What are you
to a
gonna do?
ghost keel.
Sit in the back and shoot your fucking trash gun? You're like,
I mean,
I
they'll die
almost became
instantly.
a riptide, but I didn't need my vitamins. I'll wound you on a 17. Yay! Yeah.
See, Greg knows. Joe better not square up against these ghost keels.
They're throwing hands. I hope you don't blank the first bolter shots that come at you with your twice a game. I love that this was a Deathwatch list for just like a second, and then it became a repulsor executioner list. I got some veterans, and then you're like, yeah, but what carries list? You're like, all right, it's actually these triple repulsor executioner.
I mean, looking at the list though, in all honesty, it's future proofing itself, because there are none of the kill teams.
Not true.
So
Sorry.
So it's actually an army that may have play in the future. If they lose the oath of moment, that might not be necessarily as good. But
Jesus, I do not want to play you day 2. I'll have a drinking contest with you on day 2, but I do not want to get shot by those. And Barsati, my ride. By the way, he's my ride one way. Also, yeah, I'm throwing Barsati under the bus. No, this has really happened. Barsati's always planned. He's like, I'll just get you a go, and that's the whole plan. And we never talked about it ever again. And then like a week ago, if that, Barsati goes, hey man, I don't like doing long drives at night, so I'm going to leave early on Sunday. Figure it out for yourself. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I go, I don't live near here. So
and then during that conversation, oh yeah, Brian, I don't have a hotel room.
Yeah, I go. I didn't even go that far. I was just like, make me stay somewhere with someone. And then Scott and Julie are going, so I'm gonna ride home and hope that Scott's not astrally projecting himself. Yeah, I love that he got 2 movie quotes from his title. If you're not first, you're last, and your teacher wants you to go slow, and she's wrong, because it's the fastest who get paid and the fastest who get laid. Going some speed freaks. Snick Rock, because why not? Mech, Warboss, Zod, Rog, Ninja Pirate, Space Master, King, Monkey Kung Fu, Monkey Grip Kung Fu. Got a truck. It's spoiler foreshadowing. It's gonna have some knobs inside of it, because the old Warboss has faster than yous, which makes them old school truck boys, which means they can get out after the truck moves. He's got a Boondocka Snazwagon, because it's super fun to say Boondocka Snazwagon. We got 2 units of 6 Def Coptas. Oh, by the way, John just found out that Fly doesn't work like it did in 9th edition with vehicles 3 days ago, when I explained to him. I was literally looking over a game that him and Dom played. And I'm like, well, you're here. I go, well, you have to go all the way around, so you can't get to him. So he was good being here. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'll just fly over. I'm like, I mean, you could, but you'd be cheating. And he's like, well, that's stupid. Like, you're not wrong, but also don't do that in the tournament because it's not legal. Then we got a unit of 20 Gretchen for Zod to go into. A unit of random Gretchen to hang out and get killed. 2 scrap jets. A 10-man unit of knobs to go in that truck with the war boss so they can go zoom zoom. A squig buggy to do all that indirect shooting. They do get like a ton of shots, by the way. A unit of 10 storm boys and 2 units of 5 storm boys. And then we've got a unit of 6 war bikers and 2 3-man war bikers. This is looking to go fast. Also, you know who goes the best part about this is the person that goes the fastest is Zod. The Gretchen. You're like, I don't know what you guys are doing with your fancy vehicles and your bikes, but I'm just gonna run so much faster than you. So, man, the Stormboy unit really wishes that Zagstruck still existed.
Yeah.
This would be a gross unit if it did. They'll do fine. This plays the mission really, really well.
That looks like a fun army, though. Are the Def Coptas still vehicles, or did they lose that keyword?
Nope, they're vehicles.
Vehicles.
So, the weirdly enough, he doesn't give up the end of the universe with Bring It Down.
Yeah.
He still gives up max if you kill everything, but you have to actually kill everything to get max. This unit, the army does go holy shit fast. So that's a real thing. Like, he can just be everywhere. And Speed Freaks is deceptive in the fact that they just put out like a stupid volume of shots.
Absolutely.
Like, it's crazy on that. And Mervin, I'll just table him on 2. So,
Michael, aren't you in college yet? Go back to school.
go back to school. You got to get your learn on, bro. Hypercrypt, Jeremy, Ozolins.
Oslin. Just call him Oz for short.
I was about to say there's no chance I'm saying anything but Oz. The Oz is running some uppy downy. We got the Overlord with Translocation Shroud. I like saying that. Double Plasmancer, a Scorplord, the Silent King, a unit of Immortals, a 20-man unit of 20, a 10-man unit of Immortals, 20-man unit of Necron Warriors. These Plasmancers are definitely going in there and bouncing around and shit. Double Flayed 1. 2 single destroyers because they're fantastic for 30 points to do stuff. Look at 150 point unit of Locust heavy destroyers that probably are going to get the dude that's got full goddamn rerolls. I'm you know what? He might not go with that unit. I think he will though. And then we got a big old monolith and a 6-man unit of Scorpack destroyers. Man, there's a lot of pew pew in this list. He's making things go pew, 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 pew.
That's a rough list.
Yeah, there's a lot of uppy downy and a lot of punchy punchy. Yeah. He's getting the first shots on people because Hypercrypt can do uppy downy, so he's just going to show up and shoot you before you can shoot him, hopefully. And the monolith is still the monolith, man. It just does monolith stuff. Is everybody to pull through it? Yeah, he's got the Immortals and the Warriors. That's annoying.
20 Warriors with
20,
Reapers.
Yeah, 20 Warriors coming out of the monolith like an inch away from you are just irritating. Oof. Oof. What up, Diago? This is a tough list. A very tough list. Silent King ignores all modifiers, that aura of it, so this is a nasty deal. You know what's going to be able to take care of that? Click. What's that? Is that Brad Chester? Boom! Playing some BA Sons of Sanguinius.
Man, this looks like Scott Ferguson's list.
Except for better. Double chaplain with jump pack Lamardes. Lieutenant with combine weapon because I like keywords, special words, and he has all of them. Sanguinary priest because Lyle browbeat me into taking a unit of Van Vans with him in about a minute. 1 unit assault intercessors, triple assault intercessors with jump packs. And then we went, hey, you know what's cool? Death Company with jump packs. How many can you take? 30? I will take all of them. And then I took 3 scout units. And the Vanguard vets with storm shields and Vanguard veteran weapons. And again, what are those? Who cares? They could be bananas. It doesn't matter. So I have a bunch of trash and a metric ton of Death Company, which I really hope puts me through that goddamn Necron list. Oh, God, I'm going to get shot first. I can't even do anything to stop it. But you know what I do have? 30 Inferno pistols. Full rerolls. Pew, pew, motherfucker! Shoot right in your stupid face. Ah, that was really nice to see.
You should be fine. I don't think Necrons are going to want to deep strike 3 inches away from 10 Death Company.
I think they do. I would appreciate if they did.
I don't see that happening. Something tells me that that's probably not going to be the case.
That's not a strategy. That should be a strategy, though. It's going to be way harder to beat him if he doesn't do that.
Oh, Jeremy's calling you out. I think he's going to do it.
I might for the memes. I love everything about that. All right. Now I got to start shamelessly self-promoting. So, you know what I talk about a lot? 40klorecast.com. 40K Lorecast. Basically just put in the 40K Lorecast, and I love that I, as usual, forgot to put the K in there. It's just 40. I run a middle-aged Lorecast. Just about being over 40. Lorecats, ho! Also, the Discord's fantastic. They talk about everything and anything, and it's awesome. There's channels go nuts, and that is the link for it. Brian, what is the Salt City sponsored by and done?
So the art store, which is the artstorecny.com in Syracuse, New York, for all your art and Warhammer needs. Full sponsor of the Salt City GT. They're absolutely fantastic. 15% off every day. And they have a amazing rewards program. For every $400 you spend, you get a $50 coupon off your next purchase.
Nice.
So yeah, really good deal.
Brandon, sometimes I get chilly. Where should I go?
Sometimes you get chilly. Canada, apparently.
I didn't say I get freezing. I said chilly.
Inside an air-conditioned house. But if you're interested in converting projects and just talking about crew, talking about Tau, talking about Legion of the Damned and how amazing Outriders are, check out stillfrostygaming.com or stillfrostygaming on Instagram and YouTube. Right now, as we're talking, I'm actually working on a Tau Manta race. Yes,
if you want to go to his site, it's obviously Still Space Frosty.
It's a little big. It's taking forever.
Huge.
I mean, this is actually taller than Brad, believe it or not.
I mean, I believe it. It's not exactly.
Oh yes, only more projects because I'm taking on 3 currently, and I need to get them done by the end of the month.
It doubles as a turkey platter, dude. I love the fact that thing is so big. It also has a carrying capacity that is still more than a 2,000 point game.
Yeah, because it's 200 infantry. Then you can take 8 tanks, and each of the tanks can carry 12 infantry.
It's bananas. Does
Apparently, Canada doesn't have internet according to Lyle. I'm going to be completely inaccessible in the middle of nowhere.
The Kyle channel. It is true. Kyle's coming up north. He said
I think he wants to move in with you, Brad.
I've got space. I've got some newly done space. But all of the things, some of the stuff. I'm looking forward to this weekend.
It's going to be a good time. If you've never been to the Salt City GT before, there's 2 reasons to go. Number 1, 3-day event with one of the best Saturday nights you'll ever have. And the art store brings all their scratch and dent merchandise for the year to that and has a crazy
Nice.
clearance sale on that stuff. So you should always come and check that out. So if you're in Syracuse this weekend, just saying Friday morning early on, I would get there.
I like that. I'm not going to get.
Is there anything cool that like you're gonna tease right now that's going to be there?
I mean, I there may be like the Kroot box sets from Tau for an ungodly deal.
Salt City is this weekend, and I don't think there's tickets.
Diogo, if you need a ticket, just message me. I'll help you out.
There you go. I forgot how awesome you are.
Wait, Joe told me he just put in a new team name, and I just have to go look because I mentioned it. So give me 30 seconds before we hop off here.
Doing stuff and things. Also, I'm teaching a class on Thursday.
You are.
It's going to be awesome.
Joe's team name, Brian Horton gives great hugs. Brad will find out all about those on
Brad's all about the hugs.
Yes. All hugs, not drugs. So we're going to do stuff and things. I'm excited. We're leaving tomorrow, and hopefully nothing bad happens. So I'm there for my class, and it all works out. Also,
it's only like a 14-hour car trip for me. You can just drive up there. You know.
I have part of the army at my house, and hopefully Lyle doesn't get hit by a meteor and/or just decides that we're not friends between now and then, because that would suck for me quite a bit. And I'm gonna punch it out. Queensberry rules. 20 vehicles.
Oh, Brian wanted to wave there. That's not what he got.
I thought we were going to wave, so we went finger guns.
All right, let's wave it out. Doing stuff and things,
Later,
gentlemen.
everyone.
Later, guys.
Have a good night.
Can't do it. Whoop. Things, stuff, end screen.